The French President Emmanuel Macron has pledged to rebuild Saint-Martin after the island was devastated by Hurricane Irma. Mr Macron toured the French side of the island today after meeting displaced residents and committing $82 million to the recovery. His visit comes as residents from 3 islands on the Florida Keys were allowed to return home for the first time. Sharon Brett-Kelly has more.
The sun may have been shining on the Florida Keys today, but there was nothing to smile about for residents returning to their homes on Islamorada Key. This aerial footage showing catastrophic devastation. Laura Costello, who moved here just a month ago, walked around trying to find her mobile home amongst the rubble. When she did, she found it lying on its side, its roof ripped open like a tin can.
This is what I expected, unfortunately, after everything I saw on the news.
Islamorada Key is one of just 3 islands where authorities have allowed people to return. It used to be a paradise, but today it resembled a war zone. The aluminium walls of trailer homes torn apart, exposing insulation, bedrooms and kitchens to the sunlight.
Last week everything was perfect. Now we just have some picking up to do and start over again. Gotta remain strong. I'm alive. Praise the Lord.
Orlando Morjohn, a Miami surgeon, spent today cleaning up, hacking away at a giant tree blocking the driveway to his Islamorada home.
I expected, maybe some fence lines to be down. I expected some debris because we knew the direction that with the winds were blowing, they were going to carry debris onto our property. It's happened before. We were not expecting to find somebody else's sailboat, on our backyard, and somebody else's dock with a fishing station on our backyard.
Irma's storm surge washed straight through Pablo Sabata's home like a tsunami. It's completely destroyed.
Well, this is one of the saddest things you see. I mean, this is paradise down here, We love it down here. We really like the Keys, and to see something like this happen, it just takes the winds out of your sails.
Marilyn Ramos said she was trying to stay calm as she cleared sand and seaweed from her Cuban restaurant, Havanos. She's not sure when she'll be able to reopen.
I don't know. We're just trying to be hopeful. I want to say a few weeks. My husband says months, but I don't want to think it's going to, I just can't imagine, So we have our family and friends here helping us out. We're just cleaning out as much as we can, throwing everything out.
The Florida Keys are a popular tourist destination, drawing millions of visitors each year for fishing, diving and boating. Governor Rick Scott warned residents the recovery would take time.
The trailer parks, it's like everybody just tipped everything over. We've been sending the Department of Transportation down the Keys to inspect all the bridges because even though you can see that people are traveling, you're not sure that on the bridges they can take any significant weight.
More than 6 million homes and businesses were still without power in Florida and nearby states, with authorities warning it could be another 10 days before electricity is restored. Meanwhile, reality is hitting the Caribbean islands hardest hit by Irma. On the island of San Martin, where the Red Cross says more than 200 people are still missing, President Emmanuel Macron arrived to survey the damage. 11 people were killed on the French side of the island, while another 4 perished on the Dutch side. Over 90% of buildings have been damaged.
Wow, it was devastating. It was me, my daughter, my sister here, my grandson with me. It wasn't easy. The roof went, the second roof went. We was in the house all the time when the house collapsed on us there. But thank God we're alive.
It was fighting us, and we started to cry out to Jesus, and my sister turned and said, God, just hold up your hand, have mercy. And I started to cry out to Jesus, and I said, God, you see our heart, you see our thoughts, and we start to cry for mercy. God, have mercy, mercy. And God turned and said in my spirit, He's going to ride out this storm with us.
President Macron spent the day meeting those who had lost their homes and businesses. He told those who had been displaced he had brought 10 tons of medicine and building materials to the island and pledged $82 million to help with the rebuild.
What I want to do is to have a very fast recovery So we are trying to fix the situation regarding health, education, access to water, energy and telco.
In Cuba, the aftermath of Irma was also hitting home. The bodies of hundreds of the country's famous pink flamingos lay strewn across the northern beaches, killed by the force of falling trees and branches. For Checkpoint, Sharon Brett Kelly.